Hi guys, this is Andy, the Expedition Hiker, and today I want to talk about prepping your gear. If you're going out on an adventure, if it's backpacking, wild camping, through hiking, long distance walking, or camping, all different names but refer to the same thing. Multi-day hikes where you carry all the equipment you require to have an enjoyable and safe trip. This guide is for everyone, from beginners to the more experienced. If it's your first time out or trail you are planning, or you haven't been out for a while, maybe a pandemic or something along those lines, we all need to prep our gear before we get out. I still do the same before I go out on each of my trips, even though I've been doing it for 30 years. I have walked over 25 long distance trails and wild camped numerous times, but I still prep my gear in the same way just so I know that I haven't forgot something and all my equipment is safe for me to use when I get out. Because the worst thing you want to do is when you get out and you find you've got a ripped tent or you're missing a part of your stove, then when you're on top of the mountain, then that can cause a few problems. With a little bit of preparation, you should have a great adventure. So the principles I'm going to go through can be used for all types of activities, like I've mentioned, backpacking, long distance walking, through hiking, or wild camping and camping. I'm going to break it down into little parts, but the key thing is to plan ahead and prep your gear before heading out. So first of all, I lay out all my equipment. I find a flat surface. I find my bed because it's a big rectangular shape and I can get all my equipment that I need for multi-day activity on it. I usually cover it so not to get my bed dirty in case of dirty boots or something like that. But this is part of the thing what we're talking about today. Cleaning your gear and prepping it ready for your adventure. As you can see in front, I have everything I require. Now, if you are going out for your first time, once you've laid out all your equipment on your bed, mainly clothes, you need to look at, do you need every single item that's here? If you're going in the summer, do you need 4 jumpers? If you're going out in the winter, have you got enough? As the old saying goes, everything but the kitchen sink. So it's best to take the right amount of equipment because at the end of the day, you are going to be carrying it all. And if you're taking extra items you're never going to use, then it's just a waste. It is good to be safe and have the right equipment, but sometimes we need to really think, do I really need this? Most experienced overnighters, backpackers, through hikers will say that when they started, they took too much. Things they never used, but thought they might take it just in case of an emergency. I used to take a hefty set of extra footwear for evenings while on campsites. But on a backpacking trip of 2 weeks, I realised I never wore them and then they went in the bin a few days into the trip. I also used to take extra jumper just in case, but now I realise what I need and what I can get away with and still be safe and warm and enjoy the trip. By laying out all your gear a few days or weeks before you start your journey, you can do all the necessary checks and repairs beforehand, and not the night before when you rush for time. When you get out on your adventure, you will have everything you require, as even the popular YouTubers forget items sometimes. Like Paul Messner forgot his pillow for a wild camp recently on one of his videos. So with the tips in this video, hopefully you'll follow the motto of the Scouts and always be prepared. So see if all the gear is in good order. If it needs any repairs, do so before getting out. Only emergency repairs should be done when on the trails. Check your tent, door, zips, right amount of pegs. Clean any dirty pegs. Shake out your inner tent. Check the guy lines that are not in a mass of knots and you've got all the guy lines you require. Are the poles in good order? Straight? Is the footprint clean? So air your tent out before you go out. Could be a bit mouldy and smelly. So the same goes for your sleeping bag. Is it clean? Not smelly? Worst thing is to get into your sleeping bag and it stinks. Is the zip okay? Not snagging. So check your ear mat. Does it inflate? No leaks. I always pump up the ear mat and leave it overnight fully inflated, and then check in the morning if it's still fully inflated. If it's not, then you may have a leak, so you need to find your leak before you go out. Patch the leak up with something like tenacious tape, waterproof jacket and trousers. Are they waterproof? Do they need reproofing? Are they good to go? If you need reproofing, then you could use your washing machine, use the Nickwax Tech Wash, and then the reproofer. Toiletries, whatever is required. If wild camping, do you need shower gel? As odds are, you won't be showering for a while. The old favourite for camp wash is wet wipes. Check your first aid kit. If you've used anything in your first aid kit on your last time out, then replenish it. Check the weather before you go. In the UK, I usually check 2 weather forecasts, either the BBC weather site or the Met Office website, and then I also check the Mountain Weather Information Service for the region I'm going in. The Mountain Weather Information Service is great for in the national parks, and especially if you're on higher ground. So buy your food for your trip. Look at food as fuel. What do you need to eat to complete the journey? Protein, fats and energy. Food is one that can weigh your pack down. You want variety, not the same freeze-dried meal night after night. I always take an extra meal or two in case I'm still hungry, and keep them aside just in case. Rather to be full than hungry, but don't go over the top. Think of 3 meals and snacks for the day. I go with oats, an energy bar with a coffee in the morning, lunch sandwiches, wraps. Personally, I like naan bread and dried meats, plus an energy snack, trail mix. My trail mix consists of chocolate peanuts, mixed dry fruit and honey roasted peanuts, but the choice is yours. Evening meal, I go for a cooked meal, which is usually a freeze-dried bag, where I just add water, and then a dessert and a brew, and then maybe some trail mix. And then later on at supper time, before retiring to the night to my sleeping bag, I will have a hot chocolate. Water bottles, so you really need to have 2 litres of water with you. If that is 2 1-litre bottles or one singular 2-litre bottle. Also, if you've not taken enough water or you drank half your water, you need a water filter. If you've got the water filter, remember to back flush it, especially if you haven't used it for a while. So just clean it out so it's ready for your trip. Have you got enough fuel? So if you're using a gas canister or alcohol for like a Trangia type stove, have you got enough for the whole trip and a little extra just in case? Have you got matches, lighter or a fire steel to light your stove? Even if your stove has an automatic ignition, then it's still worthwhile to take a secondary source for lighting your stove just in case there's a fault with it. Remember the pillow, like Paul Messner forgot. Check your boots. Are they fit for purpose? Have they still got a grip on them? Do you need new laces? Do they need a polish? Or do they need cleaning? Do they need new inner soles? Are they a little bit smelly? If you're near shops along the route, you can also get items there. I plan in advance. Check the shop has what I might need. Food, water, gas canisters, main items. So if passing a store that has the items I may need 3 days into the trip, then I carry 4 days worth of food in case of delay, accident or the shop is closed. Now, if I'm going out on a multi-day trip, I always cut my toenails the night before I go, and remember to take nail clippers, scissors in my first aid kit if I'm on a longer journey. Are things charged? So your phone, camera, other electrics, spare batteries, power banks, are they all charged before you go out? And have I got enough power to last me when I'm out on a trip? Have you told someone where you're going, how long you'll be away for, and time you are estimated to be back? Ring them when you return so they don't end up calling the police or mountain rescue thinking you are still on top of a mountain. Have you got some cash with you in case you're in an area that is out of internet signal and can't use your bank cards? How are you getting to the start point? If you're using your car, Do you have the fuel? Do you know where to park? Do you have coins for the ticket machine? If you're going by public transport and you're using a train or bus, have you purchased your tickets beforehand? If you're new to backpacking, then pack your rucksack for a multi-day hike, but just go out on a day hike, just so you know if you can carry that weight. Then once you use that weight, go for 2-day walks, carrying the same amount of weight until you build your strength and endurance up, ready for the longer journey. Are you fit enough for the task ahead? If wild camping, you need to carry your gear to a high place, so need to be able to lift and move with the gear. Generally, wild campers will carry a few more luxuries than backpackers and thru hikers, as walking shorter distances. If backpacking, can you walk the distance? Plus, carry the weight on your back across the uneven terrain. If filming, like I do, you have all the filming gear, camera, accessories, cloths to wipe lenses, lighting, tripods, everything you require to do your filming. Pack at least 1 day before. Check it all fits in, less your food, so no flapping on the day you are about to hike. So that's it, folks. This is the way I plan my gear before going out on a trip. Whatever it is, a wild camp or a longer distance walk. Now, this has been based for beginners and also the more advanced, because we all need to prepare our kit, and hopefully we're not going to forget anything when we get out there. Hopefully you'd like to click the like, and also if you haven't subscribed, please do, because there's plenty more coming this way. So until then, stay safe, look after yourselves, and I'll see you soon. Bye hikers.